All right, y'all, what's going on? As you see, we got something else special for you guys today. We got 2012 GMC Savannah van, 2500. Obviously, it's got the Explorer conversion package on it, so super dope. I'm gonna just tell you, this is one of the ones that I'm kind of a little bit excited for. You know, people always comment and say you got the coolest job. Y'all get to drive all these cars. You see all these cool cars, and it's the truth. It is. But some cars, you know, we get a little more excited for. And in this case, for me being from Detroit, you couldn't go to no family functions, parks, anything without seeing these laid out, without seeing somebody, you know, cool uncle or somebody having one. So, you know, it just brings back nostalgia for me, honestly. And then they just super cool, honestly. You know, if you're not a person that need a Yukon, a Tahoe, these serve the purpose of moving the family. So again, let's get into it. It's 2012. You see it's got that midnight blue paint. Paint is a little bit under driver's quality. I'm gonna probably say it's about a 6 to a 7. And the main reason why, this truck just wasn't babied. It's probably been outside, so you got a little bit of oxidation in the paint. We'll move around. Tires are new. We'll point that out once we get it on the rack. Let me step back so you guys can see everything. Body's in pretty good condition. You guys know these things have a lot of plastic on them, and you know, it's just part of the conversion to make them look cool. So all the trim pieces, ground effects, I call them, you know, it's a lot of cladding all around, but it's all intact. It's in pretty good condition. I know going around the outside it's gonna be a little bit boring because everybody just wants to see the inside, but we're gonna go ahead and move around. Got the backup camera. Rear glass is pretty solid. I don't see any cracks or anything like that. Rear bumper looks good. No cracks here in the fiberglass. I personally left the Michigan logo on. The truck is not from Michigan. Just previous owner was a Michigan fan. But like I said, I personally left that on. Go blue. Looking down the side, again, body looks pretty straight. There were no major dents or anything that needed to be pointed out. Let's see. Glass looks good. Let me back up. Every time I be recording, people just come up yelling, starting all the cars, all the tools get going. Got a couple little marks here and there, little love marks, nothing crazy. But as you guys can see, there were no like deep scratches, deep dents or anything like that that needed to be pointed out. So sorry about that. People was talking, so it was just easier to pause it. So let's pick up where we were at. Again, body panels, body looks pretty solid. This is one, again, the paint was not well maintained. I didn't see any flaking or anything like that, but to give you a better idea, like I said, you can see the swirls and the oxidation in it. Front windshield looks solid. I don't see any cracks that need to be worried about. No spider webbing or anything like that. Then we look at the front of the car. Front bumper looks good. I don't see any cracks. Looks like there's some paint run. Yeah, like paint run kind of going down here. And few little baby scratches, but again, no cracks or anything that I would super worry about. You can go ahead, pop the hood, and then we'll start moving through this thing. I'm gonna just hold this up, not worry about the latch. You got all your normal creature comforts, power brakes, power steering, AC blows cold. It does have a 6.0 in there, and I can tell you the top end has been refreshed, it's been resealed, and it's got a new cam in it. So she's gonna be running solid, definitely. Let's go ahead and check out the I don't know, trunk, cargo area. I don't know what you call it. All the carpets are back here. They're in good shape. I left them back here because we put the plastic down just to, as people get in and out, so they don't mess up the carpet. But you see the mats themselves, great condition, no issues there. Super clean back here. All of the doors, all the windows, they got like, you know, these blinds on them basically, stop people from being able to look in. Super dope. You can unlock and lock the doors from back here. You can put these rear seats down. It is what is it, 8 passenger? 8 or 9. I think they consider it 9 because of this middle one, but I'm gonna say 8 because I see 8 headrests. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop this down. It's all electric, so I already know what the comments gonna say. You know, I know, you know, we talking about back in the day why these were so popular. But, you know, you go on your road trips, things like that. Super easy for somebody to lay down, get comfortable. You know, it's lay down, just, you know, be smooth. Speakers back here. I'm gonna go ahead and put this back up. Not a super slow process neither, considering, you know, this is almost a, what, 15, 14-year-old car, basically. So, not a bad process by any means at all. The leather was in good condition. There was no cracks on it or anything like that. We got a little cigarette plug back here. All right. Let's go ahead, get up inside of here. Doors look pretty solid, and I'm gonna be honest, I'm pretty sure that these like you just unscrew these to pull it down if you don't want it to always be up, like you want to look out your windows, because these windows do pop open old school style. But I'm not gonna mess with that right now, but I'm pretty sure that's how you'll drop those down. Carpet is beautiful in here. Let me get my phone. Hopefully that helped a little bit. Seats are in excellent condition. They do recline as well. No rips, no tears, just your normal wear and tear. And that's for all of the seats. You guys have already seen the back. Let me just get up in here. Again, carpet is beautiful. It's dark in here because of all the blinds. Normally, I don't need a light to get inside. You got USB chargers right there. USB chargers right there. You can see there's plenty of speakers all the way around. Like I said, this thing is just super dope. Got a TV there. Cup holders. You got your rear climate controls. DVD player, which I didn't check because I didn't have a DVD. TV speakers. And another plug outlet for a game system. I'm telling you, back in the day, this was the thing to have. Before, I mean, I guess like in 2012, you know, SUVs were popular by then. But before that, this is what was popular. This is what you moved the family around in. Everybody wanted to sit in the back. And then I'm gonna show you something else that's super dope. Obviously, these were designed for accessibility as well. So a little button on the bottom, you can swing the seat. A little bit harder with that seat in the front, the way that it is, but bam. Go ahead and face them boys. Talk to each other. You know, back before it was cell phones everywhere and tablets, that's how you pass the time on the road. So again, for me, super dope. And I'm guessing I don't know if it's because of the armrest. Let me see. Yep, armrest got to be up to close the door. Passenger side door panel looks good. No rips, no tears. Everything looks about what you expect. Power windows, all of that. A little mat pocket. Passenger seat is powered. Just putting the seat back on the recline. Show you guys that works. No rips, no tears. Just your normal wear. Dash looks good. No cracks that I can really see. And again, the carpet looks beautiful. And the little part of headliner we do have looks nice. Get over here. Driver side door, about what you expect, exactly the same. Driver seat does have a little more wear, but again, still no rips or anything. Really good condition. Got our cup holders everywhere. Back in the day in 2012, obviously OnStar was a big thing. Got our little touchscreen radio, backup camera in the mirror, and then we got all our other things. Ceiling lights, we'll check once we start the car up. So all right, y'all, we can get started. Fires right up. Got your old school GMC dash that they used in almost, well, just the GM dash in general. Tahoes, Yukons, all the same. We got good oil pressure, voltage reading, full tank of gas. Mileage reads 142,614. Radio clearly works. Turn that off. We do have heated seats. We'll turn it on to see if it works. I don't have a light on here, so this one does have a light on. So I'm gonna just leave it on and see if it actually works. I already know the heat and everything works, so we're good there. We checked the radio. Left turn signal good. The left one does work. I know it works in the front, but it also works in the mirror. Right one is working in the front, but not the mirror. Brights are on, they work, no problem there. Wipers work, no issues. Lights are on. I'm gonna put it back on auto. Horn good. Windows good. The back windows, they're the pop-out style. We don't have to worry about that. Let's check. That's our rear climate. One map light works. Other one looks like it's out. So you guys can see, turned on those lights down there. Top lights, super cool, little LEDs. What is this? Cabinet lights. Don't have anything there. And I got driving lights. I'm gonna get out and check just to see if these are the ones outside. Don't see anything else. Yeah, so neither one of those two came on. Honestly, not 100% sure where they would have came on at anyway. I'm gonna double check. Yeah, don't have anything. I'm assuming it would be the ones up at the top. So I don't know if there's another switch for them, but either way, they're not on. Let me go ahead and put my seatbelt on so we can knock out this test drive. Thing definitely rides smooth, ride just like a really feel like a bigger Yukon XL. I know that sounds crazy, but that's what it feels like a heavier Yukon XL. I didn't look up any weight numbers yet, but that's what it feels like to me. .6.0 is gonna have more than enough power to move this thing. Obviously, it's a workhorse. It's been in any and everything that they put out, whether it's like I said, a GTO, Tahoes, Yukons, 2500s, Sierras, everything, just any type of truck. And then of course, like you said, some of the cars as well. So we know that it's a workhorse, it's reliable. Throttle response feels good. Hands off the wheel, she's tracking straight. Wheel is also clocked appropriately. Suspension feels good. Does feel like a heavy vehicle, which you would expect. You know, it's not a super light car or anything, so you definitely feel a little bit of the weight, but it doesn't feel unwieldy. Like, it don't feel like you're driving a U-Haul or anything like that, if that makes sense. So relatively quiet in here as well. Not a lot of road noise being transmitted through, kind of like on some of the bigger trucks with an aggressive tire. Like I said, it's relatively quiet in here. And I'm not hearing a bunch of squeaks or rattling from the doors themselves, the windows, the dash, or anything else back there. So pretty nice and solid. Heat is definitely working in the car. The heated seats, I do not believe is working. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna say no, because I don't know if I'm touching, you know, where I was already sitting or what. So I'm pretty sure it'd be warmer than it is if it was. So again, looks like the heated seat on the passenger side might work with the light on, but the driver's side, let me just double check. Yeah, I don't believe it does, so we're just gonna say no. Speedometer is working, zero issues. Again, suspension feels nice and solid, not riding all over the road, not bouncing all over. She drives as well as I expect her to, honestly. So I'm gonna get back and throw on the rack so you guys can see what it looks like underneath. All right, y'all, we got the van up on the rack, getting up underneath it. Starting with the frame extensions, everything looks super clean underneath. Nothing really to point out. We got disc brakes up in the rear. Let's go ahead and go down this passenger side first. Frame looks nice and straight. Let's see. Still got the cats. Still got all the heat shield under there. Heat shield looks clean to have never been coated or anything. It's crazy. Still got the spare. And then coming down the driver's side, again, frame looks nice and straight. Very minimal surface rust, and you could just tell that's where the coating fell off at, so nothing serious. These floors look amazing to not have any coating, just to be honest. Like, it looked super clean. No leaks from the gas tank. Gas tank looks nice and clean. No leaks from the trans or oil pan. This actually looks super clean too. I wouldn't be surprised if this was a pressure wash at some point in time, because this thing is almost too clean. Disc brakes up in the front as well. Suspension looks nice and tight. I don't see anything that looks new. Appears to be all stock. Again, the front bumper, already pointed out, does have some paint runs in it and some marring. Let's come down this passenger side. Again, wheels are new, so no issues there. Getting underneath the running boards, the frame looks pretty solid, honestly. Nothing to point out again on the body. There are going to be, you know, some scratches and things like that, obviously from things kicking up and people stepping inside of it. Rear quarters look solid on both sides. Again, there's so much, I know it sounds bad, but there's so much plastic on the car because of the conversion that it's kind of hard for too much to be wrong with the body, if that makes sense. Like, if none of this is cracked, you're gonna be pretty solid. You know, obviously the paint isn't perfect, but if the plastic's not cracked, you ain't gotta worry about rust or anything. So overall solid. Right, so if you guys are interested in this 2012 van, give us a call, 256-801-4409. Check us out at Rolling Museums on the website and Instagram. So always do appreciate you watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe below.